Okay, here we go back with Cook Serve Delicious 1.0 and day 8 and day 9. Should just be a power through and finish them as fast as possible so I can get some more money so I can buy some different food or upgrade some different stuff so I can show something different on day 10. The only change from the previous day, I believe, is now have a 5th slot. So I'll throw some easy food in there so that can get done. And start the next day and see if I can remember the keys, because it's been a couple of days since I last played and my memory isn't what it used to be. And again, 9 o'clock in the morning somebody wants beer. There's something morally wrong with this game. I'm sure at 10 o'clock at night nobody wants a salad either, but 9 o'clock in the morning always somebody seems to want a beer. On the bright side, it's not tequila, I suppose. And it's a nice sunny day outside. But at least it isn't the game. It's been raining half the bloody day where I actually live. But, it's winter. So, what can you do? At least it's not snowing. Okay. Oh, chicken. Nice hat that guy's got. It almost totally looks terrible. And I noticed the ketchup bottle for the first time, and Ranch cheese, B&J. Doesn't actually have a Heinz label. I'm guessing that would probably violate someone's copyright. Appear to have peanuts on the bar. Oh, just got that wrong. Sea salt. Cheese, B&J. Sure, this is as thrilling to watch as it is to do when you're just trying to get through a day as fast as possible so you can get some more money so you can do something interesting. It's not like everything you're seeing I haven't already explained in the previous ones of these I did. Ooh, 4 chickens in a row. Why is everybody wearing a hat? Somebody without a hat. Good, another tip. Maybe I'll actually make the full range of tips, so that's one less task to complete. I've always wondered, what is the difference between salt and sea salt? I grew up, we never had such things as sea salt. Salt. There was just salt. It wasn't called normal salt, it was just salt. That's that problem with the world today. People have got too many choices. Rant. When I was a lad, used to live in Shoebox in Middle of the Road. The famous Monty Python. He used to work 26-hour day, 8-day a week, pay me enough for privilege. Used to come home, Dad used to chop us up into little bits and dance on our graves singing hallelujah. You tell that to the youth of today, they don't believe you. Still one of my favourite Monty Python sketches, and when you saw them on stage doing it live and one of the policeman balls, it was truly hilarious. It's kind of sad I wasn't actually in England for the last gasp of the Monty Python live shows. Was it last year or was it the year before? I forget. But that would have been a fun, once-in-a-lifetime experience to see. Monty Python live for the very last time. I mean, their films are good, their shows were good, but some of their sketches were just truly brilliant comedy. Yeah, it's one of those wonderful things. It's rare I find American comedians that funny, but British comedians, I don't know if the sarcasm, the cynicism, or the just general we hate life approach, but they are hilarious by comparison. There are exceptions, so there are some very clever American comedians, but I find them more the exception than the rule. There's too much American comedy is, I wouldn't say pratfall, but it's bodily functions or It's not observational humorous comedy, it's in-your-face comedy. Or it's such obscure comedy, I don't even find it at all funny. Which is how I thought of Seinfeld. So it was so nothing that I rarely found any episode of Seinfeld funny. Vaguely amusing, yes, but funny, not so much. Whereas I can go back and watch, oh, I don't know, trying to think of anything with David Mitchell in it currently, or my favourite, and I can never remember the name of the show he did, but it was absolutely hilarious to me, but Rod Gilbert. Something like the Flying Battenberg or something was his shows, one of the tours he did, and I haven't laughed so much watching that man as I did watching that man on that show. When he was talking about his anger management classes and getting angry, filling in his anger management book in a Welsh accent, and you get angrier and angrier Welshman. It was truly hilarious to me. But that's just me. Other people will have different views on comedy. I can find Ricky Gervais funny. I can even find James Corden funny to a degree. However, so I've got friends who can't stand either of them. So I guess comedy is subjective. And the one American comedian I can think of off the top of my head that I found funny, whose name I can't remember, somebody Gabriel or Gabrielle, and the guy that's known as Fluffy. Saw a YouTube video of one of his shows and he was hilarious. He did good, decent observational comedy. Guess the same with Jeff Dunham. I find, what's the purple creature he has? Peanut. I find Peanut and the old Walter sort of funny. Ahmed, yeah, he's okay. I've finished the tip jar, so all I've got to do now is 11 more days and we can get off this restaurant. Okay, another mariachi band. More menu rot. A perfect day. More cash. Yes, there's something about mysterious tickets and you won't get to use them until you think it's a 4-star restaurant. Possibly a 3. We are watching you. So that's always something lovely to see. Like so that t-shirt, NSA, you talk, we listen. So it doesn't always make you feel good. Oh, rat pesticide is available. And natural upgrades. What does rat pesticide do? Can I find it? $800. Rats are nobody. Yeah, it cuts it in half, but it's going to take all my money, which is no fun. While I think about, I've got to change the active menu because I have menu rot. So we'll put fish on there and a pretzel. Let's lay now. We'll go with soft drinks because we've already got a hot dog. Right, that was one of the things I remembered and thought about. Deal with steaks. So when you can try out stuff before you decide to buy it to see what you do. It's one thing I noticed just recently is so there is a control key, so you can literally switch through the recipes that you can, so you can try out whichever recipe seems most useful to you at the time, the one you want more practice on. I hadn't actually noticed that until recently when I upgraded some food and there were about 12 or 15 recipes and it was a case of oh god, I don't know most of these. But that's just a little thing I noticed relatively recently. Right, start day 9. Like I said, hopefully I can power through this one and get enough money and then go buy some food so I can do something different for day 10. And again, 9 o'clock in the morning, somebody wants a beer. There are alcoholics in this building, or in this, who like eating and drinking here. That's just beyond weird to me. Who wants to drink beer at 9 o'clock in the morning? Unless you've been up all night. It's the equivalent of your evening. But maybe I'm just getting old and so looking at the world with strange views these days. Whereas when I was younger, drinking beer at 9 o'clock in the morning was probably okay. Now you just look at it and think, no, I'd rather have a cup of tea. Well, I guess, yes, if you're American, coffee, but I don't like coffee. It's not I don't like, I don't mind the taste of coffee. I can't stand the smell of it. You know, if I could hold my nose and drink it, I'm fine with drinking coffee. It's not great, but it's drinkable. But the smell of it, so it just makes me want to vomit. This was a very quiet morning before I got to the rush hour. And I insulted everybody who loves coffee and thinks it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Which always makes me wonder, before there was sliced bread, what was the greatest thing? It's always the greatest thing since sliced bread. Well, sliced bread hasn't been around so forever. So there must have been something before sliced bread that was the greatest thing. Yeah, just one of those weird and wonderful stray thoughts that pops into your brain when you say something. Which weird and wonderful stray thoughts I tend to have rather a lot of. A medium cola with no ice. Fine. So, 12:51. I don't mind people drinking beer at 12:51. It's perfectly reasonable. And I really am going to have to speed up and doing fast soft drinks if I ever actually want to be very good at it. Yes, basically, I need a lot more practice. If I was trying to serve them in a 3-star restaurant at that speed, I would have lost most of my customers by now. And what is it? Oh, 2:30 in the afternoon, peaceful time. So, what was I moaning about? Well, yes, I insulted everybody that drinks coffee. Because it smells horrible. There again. Even these days you can get decent tea. Well, not decent tea, but okay tea at Starbucks. So you can go into Starbucks and avoid coffee, which I find quite useful on long road trips. So we get a huge cup of tea and keep going. Yeah, it's amazing what random thoughts go through your head when you're sat here just not really concentrating on the game because all you want to do is get through the boring bit. Strange, weird thoughts that just go on and on in your head. I wonder what strange, weird thought's going to pop in next. Again, I just glanced to my right and noticed the picture of my old team, which I'm using currently at the top of my YouTube page because it's one of the few pictures I have that I actually like, because I'm not a big fan of nice photographs that I've got. Other people can have some great photographs. I tend not to take photographs, but that's one that was a team I was actually proud to be part of. They were truly brilliant and medium water with those. And apart from being one of the youngest in the team at the time, I was also when I was with them, because they were Australian based, I was one of the dumbest guys in the room, which was a hell of a shock because when I transferred over there from America, I was one of the smartest guys in the room of the team I'd been working with. Not necessarily the smartest, but I was one of them. And then to go from that to being one of the dumbest in the room, and also one of the slowest when it came to actually achieving things, so that was a hell of a culture shock. So, hence, I'm always proud that after a couple of years, I managed to fit right in with that team, and about another year or so, I thought I was contributing quite well. Then, of course, after 4 years, I transferred back to America. that team is basically, since I left it, no more. They've all moved on for one reason or another. Normally for about one reason, but you can probably guess what that would be with any large team in a large corporation. But so it's just, I have the picture, I glanced at it, and I always look back at that team and think, that was probably when I was at my proudest for working with a bunch of people. And there you go, I've rambled on about something entirely innocuous or something you just don't care about if you ever listen to this. And probably by the time you do listen to this, the paragraph at the top of the page will have changed, and that will make absolutely no sense to anybody. Kind of like pretty much everything I'm doing. Another nice $2 tip. So, at the end of this, good. So that's day 9 and day 10, I believe. Or was it day 8 and day 9? I can't remember now. Day 8 and day 9. It was about to do day 10. DVD, VHS, CD. Okay. Every pound of DVDs. Yeah, good. Yes, I was around for VHS, CDs, and DVDs. Oh yeah, I'm due another inspection. More menu rot. Perfect day. Oh yes. So one of the things you do get in this game is people who will, where we match exquisite 2-star chefs or higher. Yeah, so when you get a 2-star restaurant, but you will get emails about dating, and they will ask to date you if you have certain things on your menus. And robberies can now randomly occur during the day. It's great, just what you need. But yes. Yeah. And that's generally a nothing email that's just, yes, you're going to get robbed. Oops. A new item is available, air conditioning. And a lasagna upgrade. Something else I'm not good at, so I might actually go and buy that one. And that pretty much ends that day. And we'll end this recording, but I'll just see what I can afford to buy. Well, lasagna is actually quite cheap. So, lasagna, pizza's too expensive. Burger, I don't think so. If I get lasagna, I can't afford it. That's way too expensive. Ice cream's relatively cheap. So it'll probably lasagna and chicken, or lasagna or chicken and ice cream, followed by lasagna the day after. But actually I might do lasagna and ice cream because chicken's easy, but that'll be for next time, and I will start that shortly.